other topics. Okay. Let's try to understand today. These are the topics, which is RTP, invoice plan, okay, sales order, stock procurement, project order, stock procurement, maintenance order, and procurement, okay, and service procurement, ERS, and pipeline procurement. Let's try to understand these topics. So, what do you mean by returnable transport packaging? Okay, so did anyone ever about RTP, returnable transport packaging? So the name conversion is itself, you can understand that returnable transport packaging. So whatever we get the stock with additional packaging material, that we are returning back to vendor. Okay. So here the case is some of the articles, some of the materials which is difficult to carry without any article, without any packing material. That means there must be some packing material. Then only it is possible to carry that products. But those are the packing materials. Might be it is expensive comparing to the what actual product. So when we just thinking about that, okay, there might be the product cost is very less, but the packing material cost is very high. So those cases, how you will be returning to the vendor those packing material, how you are tracking this material, how you're tracking this packing materials in your system. So that is the process of the RTP. Okay, can you give me any example? What are the materials which is very difficult to carry without packing material or with packing material?
Like almost all
refrigerator.
electronics goods.
Sorry?
All electronic goods, almost.
Why? I can carry my switchboard. I can carry my wire, electrical goods. Why we don't? We can carry, right? Even I just put on my hand and I can carry.
Sir,
So
refrigerator, TV, and all you can't carry without.
no, I'm just talking about packing material. I'm not talking about transport equipment. Transport
No,
is
like
different.
without packing, you can't carry those, right?
Why? I can put
Maybe
like
the glass items.
glass items also. I can put. No, I'm just saying that for this every time, every second, it should be in the some packing material.
Okay.
Just think like that. Every second it will be in the packing material.
Maybe the liquid ingredients.
Yeah, liquid and air, right? So if you talk about the gas cylinder, okay, if you are talking about the gas cylinder, okay, is that possible? We can carry only gas without cylinder, without pipe.
No.
So some equipment is required, right, to carry that. Okay, so this case gas cylinder, the cylinder cost is expensive and gas cost is very less, but we should have the container or we should have the cylinder to carry this product. So without that it is not possible to carry, right? Other than this one, water cans, water bottles, right, liquid, okay, chemicals. So these are all everything which will be like without any packing material we cannot carry. So there should be some packing material. So if my gas cost is 1,000 rupees, but the cylinder rupees, that means it is the 6 times cost, but it must be carried with the cylinder. So those types of the products, how you are carrying, how you are tracking your recipe, and how you are returning to the vendor. So that's why the process of the RTP. Clear? Any doubts in this RTP?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, good. Now coming to the invoice plan. What do you mean by invoice plan? Invoice plan, we have two types of the invoice plan. One is periodic invoice plan. Okay, and another one is partial invoice plan. So that the naming converts itself, it is there, it is like an invoice. We are planning invoice. Okay, if you see that periodic invoice plan, that means every periodically we are generating the invoice has a plan. That means if suppose this month January 1st I need to pay. Every month I need to pay on January, every month first I have to pay some amount to the vendor. Okay, every month 15th I need to pay some amount to the vendor. Every month 25th I need to pay some amount to the vendor. That means it is a periodic. That means we are planning to pay invoice periodically. Right, so those cases we called invoice plan. We are planning that. Okay, before that we are planning the invoices periodically or partially. So there was two concepts like periodic invoice plan and partial invoice plan. So what do you mean by periodic invoice plan? We are planning periodically to generate the invoice automatically. Okay, so can you give me an example? Why in what exactly the best example for this? In which scenario we need to pay periodically, means every month I need to pay first, I need to pay 15th, I need to pay 20th. What were the case?
So like internet bills
Okay, yeah, internet bills
and EMIs.
EMI. Okay.
And
Okay, so if you're talking about this invoice, EMI and internet bill, might be that with the different for each and every month. It's not fixed one, right? Fixed amount. It is not. Some cases it is not fixed amount. It is the varies from one month to another month. The price will be different, right? So, but here we planning at a time. Okay, next 12 months I need to pay this amount for every month, first or second. So the best example is for that is rental payments. If we are paying some amount to the vendor, that means our owner, our house owner, our shop owner, or maybe factory owners, or maybe land owners. So every month we are paying some amount for rent has a 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakhs rupees, that is 3 lakhs rupees. So it is like a agreement, rental agreement, like it is a next 1 year I need to pay every month 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, like that. So those will not be changed, right? So those cases will using this periodic invoice plan. We are as per the agreement, we are just mentioning that okay, every month it should be generated automatically the invoice when the date is reaching. So it is, you don't need to be write the manually the invoice here. So the system will be automatically generating on every periodic time, the time period. Okay, clear? Are you clear about the periodic invoice plan?
yes, sir. Very clear.
Okay. Now coming to the partial invoice plan. So what do you mean by partial invoice plan? Okay, if I just assume that okay, this is a 1 lakh or 2 lakh services, so I'm planning that stage wise. Stage one, I will be pay amount 1 lakh. Stage two, I will be pay 2 lakhs. Stage three, I will be pay 2.5 lakhs. So like partial amount we are paying in the for a lump sum amount. For entire lump sum amount, we are paying that. We are like today I will pay 50,000 rupees. After 15 days, I will pay 20,000 rupees. Again, after 1 month, I will pay 1 lakh rupees. So like we are just mentioning that the dates and when you want to pay that amount, how much amount you need to pay. Might be the percentage like 10% of the total amount, 20% of the total amount, 30% of the total amount, or it may be fixed amount also, you can fix it. So that was a partial invoice plan. So generally, in which scenario we are using this partial invoice plan? Anyone have an idea? If suppose survey, okay, my company started to survey that how the customer satisfied. Okay, so they have the different stages like, okay, the stage one, that initial stage, if you completed 20% of 30% of the customer satisfaction, the report, if you completed, I will pay that 20% of the amount. Then after 15 days, again, we will pay that 30%. Okay, after 75% is completed, we'll pay the 75% of the amount. Then after that it is completed, then we'll pay the 100%. Okay, the budget, that means the entire agreement value is 2 lakhs rupees. But there you are paying amount as a partial amount. It will be generated automatically when the date which is receiving. Like projects also, you can say projects. If suppose you are going for the implementation project, at the initial design phase, once the design phase is completed, okay, let's assume that on June 1st is my live design phase, then I can pay 20% of that. Then again 15 days after that, again I will pay that. So like I will be pay the partial amount what we agreed as per the total amount. Clear? Clear? So there is a difference in the periodic invoice plan and partial invoice plan. One common point is here that the invoice will be generated automatically here. Yeah, Bhavan.
Sir, can you give another example for partial invoice plan?
Partial invoice plan for if you can say, I already given, right? One is survey and another one is the if suppose project, it is like suppose there is like one project construction building like, okay. So 20% if you completed, I can give the 20% of amount. Okay, if 30% is completed. Okay, it's like a project. Okay.
Okay, sir, got it.
Maybe it's service project. You can consider it as a service project. Why? Because these cases we don't have any GR here. We are not expecting any GR here. Okay, we are paying amount based on our agreement in the PO. We are paying that. Either it may be rental. Rental agreements we are not expecting any GR, right? You are already staying there. The same thing in the service also. If it is like those cases in the services, if the 20% of service if you completed, then I can pay 20% of that. If you completed 50% of service, then I can give that. So like that. Okay.
Okay, sir, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so any questions on this invoice plan?
No, sir.
Okay. What about others? Darren's joined. Sai, Kiran, Syed, Sunil.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, if you have doubts, please raise. Okay. And coming to the next point, I think these I think you already aware about these 4 points, right? Procurement against the sales order, procurement against the purchase project order, procurement against the maintenance order, procurement against the production order. So basically this we general has called as sales order, procurement, project orders procurement, and maintenance order procurement, and production order procurement. Okay, so whatever you buying the product from the vendor, okay, that is we especially buying for this reservation. That means it is concept like reservation. You are reserving the stock for this sales order. You are reserving the stock for this project. You are reserving stock for this production order. Like you are reserving for all. So when you get the stock, automatically it is reserving to the particular concept. So you have to be mentioned that which sales order or which production order, which maintenance order, it is which production order. Clear? I don't think we don't need to be more explanation on this one. It is simple. Correct? Is it correct? Do you want to
Yeah,
prepare?
yeah.
Right? Okay. This is simple topics, right? It is common topics. Instead of we are buying for the stock material, instead of we are buying the products to our stock inventory, we are directly paying for their purpose. Might be for the customer requirement, we are buying for this product. Okay, especially this customer reserve product. Again, it is for the some project WBS element. Okay, so that like that. Okay. Now coming to the ERS. So what do you mean by ERS? Evaluated receipt settlement. So what do you mean by concept of evaluated receipt settlement? Did anyone ever about this evaluated receipt settlement? Okay. Okay. Evaluated receipt settlement is nothing but like a okay. So generally, how we will get invoices from the vendor? So he will sending this invoice manually after sending the goods, right? And he will be raising the invoice from their system. Okay, that means you are expecting some vendor invoice from the vendor after receiving the goods. But in the evaluated receipt settlement, what will be happen? We will not receive any invoice from the vendor. Okay, based on the PO and based on the GR goods receipt, we will settle the invoice automatically without receiving the invoice from the vendor. Okay, so we will not we will not receive any invoice, but might be we will receive the invoice after some time, but the adjustment, automatic payments, everything will be happen automatically. So in which cases will we do this process? When vendor and ourselves, okay, when company and vendor have a good relationship, okay, so we don't have any escalations from this vendor and any conflicts between the vendor and company code, and vendor is happy if he is clearing this amount based on the GR. Okay, those cases I don't want to be expecting any PO, any invoice from the vendor. I can clear immediately once I receive the GR based on the verification of the PO price and based on the GR stock value. We just verifying that and we will pay the amount automatically. So the system will automatically generate the invoice in the backend. Okay, we don't need to be we don't need to be receive the invoice for the vendor. So did you understand what is the concept of ERS? Did you receive?
Can you repeat
Did you
again?
understand
Yes, sir. Can
what
you
you mean by
repeat?
ERS?
Sir, can you repeat?
Okay. Okay. So generally standard PTP cycle, what will be happen? You are creating PO, you are creating GR, and you are receiving the invoice from the vendor, and you are verifying the vendor invoice manually, and then you are paying the amount to the vendor. Correct? Okay. Is that the process? PTP cycle process?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these cases, what will be happen? You are waiting for the vendor invoice. Okay, boss, I didn't receive the invoice. Okay, after receiving that, I just need to be cross check the PO price. I need to be cross check the GR stock, and again I need to be verify the vendor invoice what they mentioned here. Okay, then only I can pay the amount, right? So those cases, what will be happen? There might be the chances are we getting the invoice is delayed sometimes, okay, or it might be because of the some system problem, the invoice generated with high value or low value, or it may be incorrect between the PO and GR and invoice, right? And some cases what will happen, we blocking manually because some if we find that any some error, right? So to avoid these all concerns, to avoid these all, okay, we are not requesting to send any invoice from the vendor. We are not expecting any invoice from the vendor. Okay, we have the agreement like, okay, once you receive the stock, okay, as per the agreement between the PO price and how much stock you received. Okay, let's clear your invoice from your end only. That means just write the invoice automatically what you received the stock. Are you clear or still you have doubt? So no invoice received from, no manual invoice received from vendor. Okay, and there is no need to do manual verification, vendor invoice verification here. The reason why we don't need these two, because we have a good relationship between the vendor and you. Okay, once I received a PO, once I received a GR. Okay, based on this GR stock. Okay, based on the GR stock, how much we received. Okay, and based on the PO price, what we agreed. I'm creating the automatically. I'm creating invoice automatically. Created and settled automatically without verifying that, without verification. Because why we don't need to do verification here? Why? Because this invoice generated by ourselves, right? So based on the PO, based on the GR stock what we received, based on that I'm generating invoice. I'm not expecting any invoice from the vendor. Okay. So if you want to say that, if you want to say any example, okay, let's say, okay, you're getting milk packet every day. Suppose let's say you're getting milk packet every day. Okay, so after 10 days, after 20 days, okay, uh, so you're planning to pay amount to the supplier. Okay, did you asking to give the what is the bill amount, or you'll be calculating that okay, every day it is one milk packet which we received. Okay, so 20 days which we received, 20 into 30 rupees, it is 600 rupees cost. Okay, so if we are not receiving the invoice from the vendor, and if we are settling that amount without receiving any invoice, okay, that case we will generally call as a ERS. Okay, if you still expecting that, okay, boss, give me your invoice, how many packs we received, what is the cost of the price. Okay, if suppose there is a, instead of 20 packets, he mentioned that 21 packets, then again you need to be checked that, verify that what stock you received every day. Okay, when it is we received additional product, extra product, and what is the price we agreed that. Okay, if it is 20 rupees, but the vendor is saying that no, it is 25 rupees. Do you agree that? No, right? So to avoid this all disturbance, what we will do at the initial stage only in the ERS level, okay, we will be have the agreement with the vendor. Okay, boss, this is the agreement. Okay, PO price. The price of the product is 20 rupees. Okay, each day one product. Okay, so I don't need to be receive any invoice from you. I will pay immediately the amount whatever I received the amount, whatever I received the stock. That means I'm not expecting any invoice from here. So based on the stock we received, based on the price we agreed in the PO, we settling automatically to the amount. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Any doubts on this one? Yes.
No doubt, sir.
No doubts. That's clear.
It's clear, right? Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Service procurement. I thought everyone knows these services, right? So whatever the non-materials, non-stock materials or non-tangible materials. Okay, all services will be when you are procuring all those services, we generally call it service procurement. So can you give me an example for the services?
Laptop services and other thing we
Yeah,
need to
software installation,
software installation.
okay, OS update, painting, cleaning, sweeping, everything, whatever the services it is happening in our location, all we will go with the service procurement, right? So for the normal stock procurement and service procurement, there was a process was different is there. Why? Because okay, in the stock materials, I know how much stock we received, but in the services, how you will be measuring that services? How you will be measuring the services? You are measuring that your activity. What are the activities he did? Suppose there was a 10 floors building is there. Each floor I need to do. I just given that service like painting. Okay, so painting services. So how many each floor I can say one activity like okay, did you complete a ground floor activity? Yes, I completed. First floor activity? Yes, I completed. Second floor. So we maintaining the entry sheet, service entry sheet that how many it is completed, how many it is not completed. Vendor. The okay. So when we talking about services, we will be particularly we talking as a activity. Clear? Any doubts on this service procurement?
No.
All right. Okay. Now let's go to the next process, which is like pipeline procurement. I think this is also very simple. Okay. So can you give me anyone example for this pipeline? Can anyone give the example for this pipeline? Simple like pipe with pipeline. Okay, so the products which is flowing from the vendor location to our location by using pipes. Okay, when you are buying the when you are procuring the material from for these products, okay, it is always flowing from the vendor location to other my location. We just using that product and we are paying amount to the whatever we are you utilize the product, which is like I have the continuous flow, right? So I cannot to pay that his continuous flowing that 1 ton oil. I cannot pay, right? So how much I consumed that? Maybe today I just 2 liters of oil, which is I consumed. Okay, 50 liters of oil I consumed. Then I can pay only for the 50 liters today. Tomorrow again I will just consume the 100 liters. Okay, then I'll pay for the 100 liters. So the concept is here pipeline is okay. These are the products which is not transported. These are all which is already linked from the vendor location to our location. So when you want to be used or when you want to consume some product from here, so I can just releasing that from the pipe and I can use that product and then I can pay the amount for the whatever we consume the product, utilize the product. Okay, so what was the best example for this? What was the best example for this? Nowadays, I think every apartment, if you see that every apartment they are maintaining meters, right? Water pipes. Okay, so even for the water also they were charging. Okay, it is piped connected from the external vendor. Okay, they are charging that. Okay, if you are using this much of meters like 20,000 meters water. Okay, 20,000 liters water you are utilizing. Then each liter, if it is cost like 4 rupees, then you need to be paid 80,000 rupees. Nowadays it is like right, gas pipeline it is there, and we have the water pipelines are there. Even okay, so those cases, even from the some cases it will be like oil, okay, and some cases it will be like some liquid related. Okay, so those all cases, what will be happen? The pipe directly connecting from the vendor location to my location. Okay, whenever I just need, I will be utilizing that product and I will be pay amount based on how much we are consumed. Clear? Clear? Not clear. Is that clear or not clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
So if you example, if you want oil pipes, okay, or if you can take a water pipes, or we can take gas also. You can take the gas also. You can take gas. Okay. So you have the readings, right? How much gas you are utilizing in your home based on the each. Okay, based on the meter, it will be calculated at how much value you need to pay. It might be monthly, or it may be weekly, or it may be daily. It depends on that. But the concept it is like the pipes connected from the vendor location to our location. Okay, whenever you require, uh, you are utilizing from that pipes the products, and we are paying that amount to the vendor. Clear? Again, here there is no GR, right? Here we are just consuming the product directly from the pipeline. There is no GR here again. Clear? Clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the special cases which we generally have that, but it depends on the other clients also. They are using different scenario. Okay, but these are the major topics which we are about to discuss. How we can handle this, and what are the important steps we need to perform. How we can consume like this. Everything will be working in the SAP. Okay, so these are the special case. The highest level, the basic level of the P2P cycle. Okay, that is the MM P2P cycle. This is the basic scenario. Okay, if in interview, if you are they asking about that, what was the MM business cycle? You generally say this is the one. Okay, but if they are asking about the client business cycle, then you need to say that what they are doing. Okay, it might be subcontracting, it might be pipeline, it might be oil industry, it might be in the consignment process or standard process. Okay, STO, stock transport orders. So like you can say different process also. Clear? Any doubts on this one? As of now, what we discussed as of now, did you have any doubts? So can I go ahead for the next topic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Now let's discuss about the make to order and make to stock. So did we discuss this topic, make to order and make to stock? Neil?
Yeah, we discussed it already, I think.
Yeah, we discussed in the world class. I think Sunil.
Yeah.
Did we discuss this? No, right? Make to order.
Yeah, we discussed it in the world class.
Yeah, correct. Sunil, you are there?
Yeah, I am here.
Okay, so did we discuss the make to order, make to stock in the? I think
No.
I don't think you are not there, right? Make to stock. Okay.
No.
Okay. So what do you mean by make to stock and make to order? Okay. So every business, okay, when they are planning for the stock, okay, they are planning for the stock. Either they should go with the make to stock, or either they have to go with the make to order. Okay. What is the difference between make to order and make to stock? Okay, so make to order is nothing but like made to order or make to order. Okay, is nothing but like a you are producing or procuring the product for customer order. Hence, just a minute. Okay, so when you are buying or when you are producing the product, it is especially for the customer requirement. So we will not producing the product without any customer requirement. Say let's say if suppose if you go to nearest restaurant, if you order something burger, okay, if you order something pizza, so this was a make to order. So they are especially preparing for you this pizza. Okay, like I'm just giving the small example. Okay, So make to order is nothing but like especially for the customer order we are preparing. If we don't have any customer order, then we will not produce any product. Okay, it's simple. And if it is make to stock, what do you mean by make to stock? Okay, if I just go to the nearest bakery or if I just go to nearest supermarket, okay, so it's not whatever the products which we are producing or procuring the product, okay, it's not for the particular customer requirement. It is general requirement like, okay, I should have the stock. Let's say if I have the rice, okay, I will be maintaining 50 kgs or 100 kgs in my store, okay. And if it is a chili powder, if I just maintain like every time I just maintaining 50 kgs of chili powder, okay, again turmeric, or it may be other products which is like consumption products like laptops or books or consumables, okay, any products which is like, okay, I just keeping these all is just stock, okay. That means I'm all whatever we are procuring or producing, it is the purpose of keeping the stock. That means we have some target like, okay boss, if it is rice, okay, always it should be I should be have the 50 kgs of rice. Okay, that was my safety level stock. Okay, that was my reorder point. Okay, so I'm just fixing that. This is the my level. Always, okay. If it is beyond that level, suppose in the 50 kgs, today I just consumed the 10 kgs, or I just sold out 10 kgs. Now I have only 40 kgs. Now the system will automatically plan that, okay, boss, you have only 40 kgs, but your plan is it should be 50 kgs. Then immediately the system will write that for the 10 pieces, 10 kgs, the system will generate the plan order. It basically for the planning, okay, the system, we always the keeping the stock as per the our records. Okay, it might be 50 kgs, 20 kgs, 30 kgs, whatever you desire that. Okay, whatever you just fix it the what stock you want to be maintained. That stock always it should be there. If it is beyond that, or if it is you consume the stock, then immediately the system will think that, okay, boss, my as per the my boss decision, I should be have the 50 kgs, but now I have only 40 kgs. Then the system will think that, okay, 10 kgs will generate the plan orders. That plan orders will be converted as a purchase requisition or purchase of production order. So either it may be go for the production or it might be go for the procurement. Okay, so the stock levels you are maintaining. That means my reorder point level. My reorder point level means that was my safety level, which we are always keeping stock. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, if I have the food industry, like suppose I have the bakery. So every day I'm planning that, okay, 10 pieces of bread, 10 pieces of cakes, 10 pieces of puffs, 10 pieces of pizza. Okay, this is my morning stock. If it is reducing the stock, immediately I can say that, boss, I have only 9 pieces. Can you produce one more product? So my reorder point like that, it is 9 pieces, 10 pieces. Okay. So it is whatever you're making the product is especially for the stock purpose, made or make, whatever it may be. You're procuring from the outside or you are producing the product. It is for the stock purpose. It is not for the customer requirement. But you have some plans like might be it is not only stock level, we can say like forecasting values. Maybe next month my planning is I should have the 1,000 pieces. Left seasonal. If you say the seasonal, okay, last month, May month, I sold 30,000 of the ice creams. So this month also I'm assuming that. So my stock level should be 30,000 for this month, May month. Right? So always it is like a make to stock. We just keeping the stock as per our records or forecasting, or it may be stock levels. Okay, which depends on the client requirement. We are doing that. It's clear. Make or made for stock. Any doubts in this one? Make to order, make to stock. Any doubts?
No, no, Ravindra.
No, right? Okay. Now So this is a two concept like make to order, make to stock. So we just need to understand that what is the concept of make to order and make to stock. It is general for everyone. It's not only middleman. It's for the production planning. It's for the sales planning. Everything like it's we just like we're talking about that. Okay, then tomorrow will be start for the master data. Okay, we'll talk about the master data tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll be start by we'll discuss about the organization structure. Okay, organization structure and the master data. Okay, once we discuss about these two, we'll go with the SAP. So we'll plan by Monday. On Monday, we'll be start in the SAP practice. Okay, we'll start practically. Clear? I hope you all getting SAP servers, right?
Yeah, I received the details, but I have not installed it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah, if you don't have the SAP login pad, just install the SAP login pad in laptop. Okay, and just try to log in. Okay, and reset the passwords and try to log in that. Okay. So on Monday, from Monday onwards, we'll start to do on the practical. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and tomorrow we'll discuss about the master data. What are the so to do these all the process we need master data. So that master data is how we can do. We will discuss about it in tomorrow class. Okay, and also we will discuss about the organization structure. Organization structure means what is the organization structure? What do you mean by organization structure? Okay, if you started your company, okay, what is the high level of the organization? At company code, right? What is your company code? How many plants you have? How many locations you have? How many purchase organizations you have? How many you have sales organizations? These all will come under the organization structure. Okay, so that we will discuss about it tomorrow. Is it clear? Or can we continue now? Whatever, it's okay for me. You want to
Okay,
continue?
sir. Tomorrow.
Okay, then.
Continue tomorrow.
Okay, then we'll do tomorrow. Okay, master data and so tomorrow and after tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, we'll complete the all the theory part. Then we'll start from Monday onwards. So practical.
Sure, sir.
Okay, but please understand each and every process. Okay, and prepare your notes, own notes. Okay, so based on this, so if you understand the business process, then it is very easy to do the transaction. Okay, in SAP. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, then good. So if any questions, please arise in yesterday class or before yesterday class. It may be a whole class. If you have any questions, okay, you can let me know. And we have one more concept also, which is integration part. That means, okay, if we are talking about the only MM, it's not only MM. We need to be so we also be integrated with the other modules. Okay, like if we are doing production, so how you can help to the production. Our production department might be they require your help. Okay, so where you are integrating that? Okay, so that also we need to be understand the integration point. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then good. So